Today's story explores old Scottish folklore and a natural rhythm of women's lives, the monthly cycles, sometimes called menstruation. It's a subject that has long been kept quiet and is a subject close to my heart. Yet it is as ancient, as ordinary as the turning of the moon. We'll approach it with care, curiosity and respect for the women whose voices were left out the written record. Scotland is a land of stories, of songs, ballads of brave queens, shape-shifting selkies and midnight riders. Yet there is one experience as old as life itself that seems to vanish from our folklore: menstruation. When I began looking for tales of women's monthly cycles, I expected to find them everywhere, at the wells and the old songs, beside the hearth, but the record is startlingly quiet. The silence is itself a story. After the Scottish Reformation of 1560, the new Presbyterian Kirk watched over everyday life with a fierce attention. Ministers recorded who skipped worship, who quarrelled, and sometimes who used blood and charms. In the minutes of a small parish near Eglin, in 1649, we read, Janet C. took some of her own blood to the field to keep the cows safe. The session judged this superstition. Such records appear across the country. Women sprinkling red water on doorsteps, mixing a few drops in milk churns, or carrying it to the well for healing, acts of protection turned into accusations of witchcraft. Visit a Clootie well on the Black Isle, or the Hebrides, and you'll see hundreds of offerings. Red cloths are common. Ethographers like Alexander Cailleach in the Carmina Cailleach notes that new moons and the women's monthly flow were once favourable times to approach certain wells. These gestures speak a quiet language: fertility, renewal, the turning of the inner tide. What was once spoken aloud may now only be hinted at in colour and timing. The Bean-nighe, the washer at the ford, ancient, and in fact Bean-nighe is like the winter queen, right, in the Scottish pantheon. So Bean-nighe, the washer at the ford, cleanses blood-stained shrouds when death nears. Some folklorists suggest she is more than a harbinger of doom, a personification of cycles of blood and life, washing what must pass before something new can begin. The Cailleach, too, with her wintry power of ending and renewal, may preserve a memory of bleeding sessions, folded into the wider rhythm of the year. In kitchens and bothies, knowledge contained to flow women to women. Mugwort to ease cramps, shepherd's purse to slow heavy bleeding, sea pink for balance, male collectors of folklore, Gregory Campbell or Gregor and Campbell and others rarely asked about such things. The silence of the archives is therefore not the silence of the women themselves. Perhaps the absence of named stories is the point. What is left unspoken may be the deepest part of a tradition. Scotland's folklore of menstruation lives in the margins, in the red rag tied at the right moon, in a forbidden charm whispered at a well, in a washerwoman's glimpse at dusk. Silence can be a kind of folklore too, and in the quiet you still hear a pulse, the old rhythm of women's lives flowing on.